Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Level Up Series Wednesday Night Fights Online, episode 21. And it is finally time for Guilty Gear Strive. I'm Paulie Hype alongside Kuba. Cooking with Jake. What's up, baby? What's going on, Jake?
What's good, Paulie? What's good? I'm ready for some good Guilty Gear tonight, baby. I am stoked because some of my favorite characters are in this top 8. And it is finally time, after waiting for this game. It got delayed like 4 times. Oh. It is finally week 1 of WNF, my favorite local.
Absolutely.
How about you? How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing great. And honestly, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Definitely for this Wednesday Night Fights. We have the first Wednesday Night Fights for Guilty Gear Strive, which is going to be just so exciting to see where the community is at already. Just 1 weekend. Like you said, this has been delayed quite a bit. We've had 2 multiplayer weekends so far. So community probably a little bit further ahead than a traditional game launch since we've had those 2 multiplayer weekends, but we'll see how it goes with some of those players you mentioned. Who are we looking out for today?
Okay, well, in our top 8 today, we have a lot of killers. One being the SoCal Axel himself. We got Toki in winner's side up here, and he's actually going to be fighting an Axel mirror against Kyle Dannon. All right, and the Axel mirror, for those of you who don't know, is the most cursed mirror in all of Guilty Gear, because it's just them swinging and trading all day. After that, we got my boy Son Goki on Giovanna fighting out the Potemkin Master Fu. Both of these very incredibly strong players. Son Goki coming from the games like Dragon Ball, coming from Granblue Fantasy.
Right.
Fu, longtime Potemkin player. And then we get down to the loser side of the bracket, where we got Tom on Leo versus Sean. And Sean is on Ramothal, which I'm surprised there's no Rams or Soul in the winner's side.
Wow.
That's how it's going.
No Soul in the winner. That's pretty ridiculous. And what do we have here for this 4th and final bracket here in the losers?
For this 4th and final, we got... actually, Sean's going to be fighting Q, who's on Potemkin. And then Tom's actually going to be fighting CG, who is on Soul Bad Guy himself, Mr. Main Character. All right? And I'm stoked to see exactly how a lot of these matchups are going to play out. You know, a little bit of Leo versus Soul is going to be a bit of a DP mess. You know, people throwing things back and forth, a little bit of projectile shenanigans going on. And then Ram versus Pot it's the ages oldest time where it's, if I get in, I'll kill you, but I'm not going to let you get in. So I'm excited to see exactly how Sean and Q are going to be able to play that one out.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Some exciting action headed our way. Don't forget, this is sponsored by MetaView, which is one of the programs helps to run this tournament here tonight, as well as, here we go, that's the infographic for that. Daily content curated for you. Download the app. It's on iOS today, no doubt about it. I'm so excited, though, we cannot wait any longer. Oh, I am so excited. Also, we have the Matcherino already at 93.90, of course. But yeah, just cooking with Jake. So much excitement. I just can't wait to see this competitive Guilty Gear action, honestly. Mirror match or not, want to see it.
I am so incredibly stoked. As an Axel player myself, it's time for me to steal some tech, get ready to get through it, and as well as time for me to throw in on that Matcherino. We are at $93, people. Use exclamation point Matcherino. We have codes to use. Put a free 50 cents in the pot. Make it happen. All right? It's all up to you. None of it's going to go to us. Paulie here ain't going to take a cut of it. I'm not going to take a cut of it.
Not taking any.
All goes to the players.
I love it. Jake, you owe me a soda. But so we have the lobby here. We're setting it up real quick. And, I mean, just this game has just swept the FGC by storm. We'll talk a little bit about it. I think the fact that they toned down the pace of the game a little bit, the fact that they took it kind of more into an easier if you go look through the move list, the moves are very easily explained in this game. They're it's almost not watered down, but a watered down explanation, meaning a positive moving forward here as we have this Axel Low match to start out the first round.
Absolutely. It has the best command list of any fighting game ever, due to the fact that it shows a little video, it explains everything, and there are moves that people have no idea about, and we're going to see some of those moves right here, because there's like 4 Axel players in the world, and they all live in SoCal.
We're going to see them all in this event. But this first match now getting underway. It'll be Toki here in the winner semis going against Kyle Dannon here. That Axel Low mirror match. And this is starting out here. Round 1, duel 1. Let's begin. Both players here. Go ahead, Jake.
Right now, Toki is already showing his proficiency of years on this character, a longtime Exert player, and just immediately just applying this unrelenting ability to just poke you from anywhere on screen. This is exactly what Toki's about.
Yeah, and really, this is what Axel is as well. I mean, you see that move come out so often. Great mix here as Kyle starting to get some damage of himself. Toki, though, in the corner, but he's going to get a throw on Kyle. Kyle just one hit. and Toki will take it with a beautiful jump in fake back.
It is so much of a mental stack fighting this character anywhere on screen, where to the point where, like we saw Toki just do, he'll just run up and throw you sometimes. That's exactly what he can do, and we're seeing throwing in the command grab as well, full screen.
Yeah, and you're on the buttons here as he's gonna link in 2 of those commandos in a row now, 4 hits and comboing as Kyle Dannon locked in the corner here, has no idea what to do. Toki is in total control, and another throw again will leave Kyle with just 1 single hit. Toki playing like a monster right here.
Yeah, Toki tried to bait that burst right there, but Kyle not falling for it. He's living on a whim and a prayer, and he's gonna get poked out by that JS. And game 1 is gonna go over to Toki.
Wow, convincing stuff there, Jake. I mean, what did you like that you saw from Toki that round? I mean, I know he played it straight up forward. He had an easy set there, but he set up a lot of command throws, which led to a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah. So the big thing about when Axel gets going, when Axel gets you into that full screen position like we watched Toki get Kyle into, it turns into a little bit of a guessing game where he's either going to throw Ransen, which is that long full screen move that you can end up triggering an explosion on,
right,
or you throw out the command grab, which also goes full screen. So if you try to jump, you're going to get hit by that over and over, and if you respect it, you're going to get thrown just like Toki did now.
There, right into the burst, tacking on that extra damage there. Actually, Kyle Dannon coming back for a little bit of his own, but Toki gets a grab. Kyle Dannon down the left-hand corner, and Kyle with the reverse, and he'll get a grab of his own to take round 2.
Oh, we say it back in this house. All right, we're getting into it. Round start, far slash, could have connected, beats out the burst. You cannot burst willy-nilly against Axel Lohair, and the pokes are just coming back in for both players, and a miscalculation from Kyle is going to lead to a little bit of a punish coming from Toki, but we find our way back in.
Right, both these players sitting around the 30% mark. Toki with just a little bit more here as he does have a 1-0 series here in 1-0 round count in the series. And it's Kyle here back to the wall. He's feeling some pressure. Nice engaged by Toki, but Kyle gonna read it perfectly and he'll trade things out here.
Oh, big counter hit coming in. Gets the RC to be able to push the full screen and convert. Get that meaty JS going in right now. Blocks coming from Toki. Tons of chip damage coming through. Gets the hit with Ransen and goes for the command grab setup, but he actually got hit, so it did whiff.
Yeah, this is perfect here. Kyle has him exactly where he wants. Did it go through? It did. Wow, Kyle wind up connecting with that big hit, and now it is 1-1 as we head into the final round here. Final set, rather. 1 apiece.
This matchup is so unbelievably cursed because everything everybody throws out has hurt boxes. The moment you throw anything out,
full
you're gonna
screen
get
as well. This entire time here is the 1-1 apiece. 84 seconds on the clock, and now it's Kyle starting to get a little aggression of himself, Jake. He's starting to put some of this damage onto and lock Toki here in the corner, but Kyle not able to connect with anything just yet.
Yeah, just taking their time. Toki, though, whipping the throw, gonna lose his burst for that. Hits the Ransom that is faster than the command grab. Going into a little bit more pressure. Kyle throwing some stuff out, and Toki is not able to find a good hit right now, but Kyle is.
Yeah, and he's just connected with a ton of damage. This could go through. Oh, no.
Excellent
read. Is already on the screen, and that first round there going over to Kyle as he is now taking the lead against Toki.
Yeah, excellent reaction there from Kyle after throwing out the Ransen, going into the windmill. So he's able to suck Toki in and get that punish, even though he was face down, wouldn't have gotten hit by it. And a great clash kick coming from Kyle to punish out the hurt box on that JS. Toki is really having a hard time dealing with this, and Kyle finds another hit, and this is not going to be burstable, but we're right back into the scratch.
That's right, Toki, though, sitting on just 1 hit. His tournament life into losers is on the line. Toki staying on, though. He's battling back out of the corner, now back to mid-screen. And it's going to be, the command throw from Kyle. And despite how that set started, Jake, Toki took such a big first round easily. I thought it was easily going Toki, but Kyle wound up battling back there 2 sets in a row, and not only that, 4 rounds convincingly.
Absolutely. Toki was doing such a good job at the beginning of that set, really spacing it out, finding the hits, finding the most damage. But Kyle was able to start punishing all of these setups that Toki was falling into, and then just started running away with it with bigger damage, popping the RCs, getting the knockdowns, and hitting command throw after command throw after command throw on Toki. So
yeah,
it really swung in their direction as the games went on. Really, really good adaptation coming from Kyle.
Absolutely. It just seemed like Kyle, once he started finding himself, finding his rhythm, he came a different player. Like you said, he started popping the burst. Then we saw bigger combos coming out. It started with just hitting some pokes. Both players were landing that full screen command throw as well. But once Kyle got a little bit of swagger going, Toki found himself locked in corners more and more. and Kyle just happened to walk away with it. But so far, first match did not disappoint.
Oh, absolutely. And Toki's still in it. All right, I'm not worried. My boy, he's going to get that loser's power up. He's going to run it back. He's going to come right back and punch Kyle in his face. All right, I believe in him. All right. But Kyle is going to be very, very hard for our whoever wins our next match, which is Son Goku or Fu. And Son Goku on Giovanna, which is a bit of a matchup that's pretty... It's sided for Giovanna. It's not the craziest thing in the world for them. Sure. And then there's Potemkin, and Potemkin versus Axel is the age-old grappler versus zoner matchup. So I'm very excited to see this. Fu has been dominating the online ladder on this character, which this is one of the hardest characters in the game to play because he's playing a completely different game. So
absolutely. But how do you feel as his stake is, as we're actually watching Son Goku get in here and get that first bit of damage on Fu? But how do you feel with Potemkin overall in this game, just in particular, not with your knowledge of the series?
Not with my knowledge of the series. So this is my first major Guilty Gear game. I've watched a lot of Exerd and Plus R and etc. But I think Potemkin is a strong character in this game. He's just incredibly difficult due to the fact of how slow he is and a lot of minus moves on his specials. But I think that if you really, really know what to do with him, you can use your patience and really be rewarded with him. He's the same kind of character as Nagoriyuki. Big damage, but it's really, really hard to get to that point of getting the damage.
Absolutely, but when he does connect, it does do a lot. But right now, locked in the corner is Fu. He'll have to burst this out. Just one hit left for him, but this could do it. And it will. Great pokes there by Giovanna. Son Goku going to take this first round here at Wednesday Night Fights.
Goki has been labbing the absolute heck out of Giovanna, and it is showing right now. Unending pressure coming from this character, but Fu is finally finding their way in, but a challenging mash is going to come from Giovanna and get the hits right now.
I love it. You know, Giovanna, you'll look at her move list if you were to pick up this game from a neutral standpoint. You would not think she has this type of offensive prowess, but her combo potential is insane, and that just connected right there. 7 hits for 25% damage. Great anti-air. It's a combo here for Son Goku.
Yeah, Giovanna is weirdly enough playing Street Fighter V in Guilty Gear Strive. It's a lot of dash cancels, a lot of throws, and very, very quick movements coming in to be unreactable on that strike throw game. So it's actually a bit of a similar, it's a faster version of Potemkin's game plan. Potemkin is that slow, methodical strike throw, and Giovanna is all about that. All right, I'm gonna hit you.
So far, we're just seeing some great play here. Potemkin, who has not been able to get too much going just yet. This could be a good break. Oh, but a reverse break once again. Great job by Giovanna. Son Goku to react there.
Yeah, it is so hard to deal with this character. Like, Son Goku has been getting these long, big hits, but the trade is gonna cause the stagger, and Son Goku is gonna get comboed by Potemkin. Haha, GG's got him.
That is just the way it goes with Potemkin, and he has that great full-screen poke, slow be that it be. Still a great long-range poke for the big fella, as he winds up getting that round with a beautiful second round there with a long-range poke there on the command normal 2.
Oh, great backdash, getting out of the pressure, but the counter hit is going to come through. Fu is going to have to pop burst right now, and it's so hard. The slide head will connect now. 50-50, RC comes through, grab Potemkin out of it, and the pressure is now on Potemkin's side, getting mixed over and over by this Giovanna. Very good block coming from Fu. RC to make that save.
Yeah, he's going to try. He went for the grab there, did not connect. Off the advantage of the break. A nice air throw, though, from Son Goku. And right now, there's going to be a break once again. And now Giovanna, she's sitting pretty here, as Son Goku has about 75% to Potemkin's one hit.
Yeah, but it is Potemkin, and a counter hit like that can lead to a very bad situation. Good block on the dust, and Goki's going to take game 1.
Very well down there. That first game here in winners semis of Wednesday Night Fight, episode 23. We are online here, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Paulie Hype alongside Jake. And it's been a great tournament, everybody. That's right. Yep. Coop. Yes. I don't know if you want to go by Koopa or Jake. So I try to mix it up each time I say your name.
You know what? I'm digging it. I'm vibing with it. All right.
But so far, I mean, this Giovanna, Jake, has just been wild. Very aggressive, and has been working so well here for Son Goku against this Potemkin.
Oh, I was hanging out with Goki a couple days ago. This man has been fiending on this character. All right, he's been putting in so much work, trying to understand everything about it. And right now, it is very much paying off, but Fu is getting that Potemkin pressure started right now, and Goki cannot find a way out. Mega Fist after Mega Fist, and a great challenge is finally going to push her out of the corner.
Yeah, and what patience there by Goki as he does wind up getting grabbed, though. He's only got one hit, and this has been such an amazing offensive round by Fu. He only lost a little bit of life and starts the second set at quality. Potemkin has a new breath of life here.
Yeah, the Garuda Buster spacing out so well for Fu right there. And now Son Goki is trying to get things started right now. Good block on the slide head, second slide head coming through. And a great counter hit is going to lead to some big damage right now for Goki.
That's right, Goki. Yep, go ahead, Jake.
All right, and then going right into the pressure here, gets the throw, keeps taking it forward. What are we going to do here? And an excellent backdash into the dust.
Oh! Stop it! 6 hits and counting down to the ground now. Just one hit left for Potemkin. He's coming in, and he'll get it with the read as he was down to only about 25% life. And just like that, Fu has taken his first round set, and he's back in it now. This thing is tied up 1 set apiece.
Oh, these players both want to make it into that winners finals, be in that money from that match arena that everybody has been putting into, and a good counter hit is going to put Giovanna all the way to the corner. But a good challenge is going to come through. Garuda Buster to cause the stagger, and good plus frames coming through. Excellent challenge coming from Goki here.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been such a great match. What a great demonstration of both characters. But once again, it's like every time Potemkin even gets a finger on you, he's just doing big damage here. And this could be the next round, and it will be. Beautiful command throw coming out from Fu as he will take the first round here in the third set.
Fu, I get it, you're a Potemkin player. You hit them with the Garuda Buster, so you can combo to Pot Buster. You could have jabbed him, though. You could have got us into the next round faster.
Oh, not demoralizing enough. Not demoralizing enough. You have to get in the opponent's head with the combination here, and this is exactly what we're seeing now. Oh, what a counter last second by Fu. Winds up connecting here for big damage.
Oh, these backdashes have been so good from Fu. Backdash is invulnerable completely for a couple frames in this game. So every time Goki starts applying this pressure, Fu has just been backdashing, hitting with a close slash, and then taking out huge chunks of Goki's life. It is very, very good adaptation coming from Fu here.
But Goki staying on the positive buttons here. He's doing a very good job here with his offense as he's looking to get away in anyone's game here. Nice jump in, but a quick counter from Giovanna. Goki not letting this thing go, and it's gonna do it. Beautiful combination as this could finish it in a will. Wow.
Just enough to break the wall, pushing the damage over the edge there. Game point here, set point here. Gets the head slide into the Pot Buster. That's going to be half your life.
Oh my God. Potemkin is a monster. Oh, but this damage is exactly what Son Goki needed here to get back into it. He's got to start chipping away that relentless aggression here of Goki, but this damage and now offensive of Potemkin, and Fu is coming on in as Goki is now pushed here into the left side of the screen, all the way in the corner.
Oh yeah, using some great jump cancels right now to keep the pressure going. Flick you for trying to get out of this corner. Potemkin is applying the pressure. Great RC to keep it going. Decides to pop the burst. Don't know if I quite agree with it, but it's definitely paying off. Son Goki is one hit away from death.
Yeah, and this could be exactly what he needs. This is going to be the final offensive attempt, and he will open up Potemkin. This could be big damage. Not done just yet, though. 5 hits. Here comes the transition. This will be continuation now, and it's just 1 hit apiece here. Anyone's combo will connect.
Oh, blocks the gold burst and will end up hitting out Goki. Fu is going to take it 2-1 and has won the right to play in Potemkin's worst matchup against Axel in winners finals. We're going to see the duality of man coming up in future there.
Well, this will be a sure test here for Fu as that winner bracket is the coveted prize here as we move along. We do have the loser's side of things as well. Don't forget, you can contribute to the pot by going to the match arena. And just by simply clicking the add promotions and following along with the promotions, you can contribute money to the pot. If you have not done so yet, take a chance now and head over to that match arena. All the money going to the contestants of tonight's event.
Yep. Not a cent being stolen by me. I don't know about Polly. Polly looks like a
steal it.
trustworthy dude. I would not expect it, but I can't say anything.
No, just kidding. It's always for the players. I'm happy to be here alongside here cooking with Jake, and it's a pleasure for sure. This is actually my first FCC event in quite a bit. But it's the perfect time to return with this edition of a brand new game and supporting Wednesday Night Fights. Shout out to big boy AV for throwing us up.
Absolutely. Huge shout out to the entire Level Up team for helping us run these events. This is my first mainstream FGC event in a while. I'm a Skullgirls player, so I'm over in the poverty section.
Ooh, okay, all right. Don't worry.
Game.
I was a professional Dead or Alive player. I know all about that section well. Don't worry. So I'm with you right there.
All right. You feel me. You understand.
Round one. What's that, Jake?
Oh, you feel me. You're right there. You're right there in the trenches of, oh, I got first at my local. I made $10. Time to buy some.
Yeah, exactly. We watched. We played across from the Skullgirl community many a time. So no worry there. And plus, Sonic Fox being a big crossover there with both.
Oh yeah.
With both game titles. Well, let's pay attention here. We have Leo going against the good old Soul here. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, this is going to be an entire matchup about who can get their set play going first. Soul, the idea is you block my far slash, it's mixed time. Am I gonna far slash again, or are you gonna have to just sit there and get it hit? And then Leo is unfortunately gonna get their burst debated, and this is gonna lead to huge damage, positive bonus, bad drop coming from CG.
Yeah, you want to see that transition here, and that's going to give Leo a little bit of life. Who's now in Brahilda stance. He's coming on in to do some extra damage. What a mix! And this is where Leo's an absolute problem. TomTom is playing so aggressive here, loses round one, and now both players down to just 5%.
And the positive bonus is doing a lot, making that safe. Tons of meter coming through for TomTom right now. Throwing out the buttons, CG finds the hit, but isn't quite able to convert it. Runs behind the gunflame, and an excellent escape. Coming, the cross-up into the stance. It is set play time, and that is going to be round one going over to TomTom.
Ooh, Brunhilde stance is just ridiculous with Leo. I mean, you cannot... The cross-up potential is just so massive here. Let's see how CG rebuttals now in the second round.
Yep. Oh, tons of damage coming through. Soul dropping the combo, not able to quite get the wall break here. Jumping out. Leo applying the pressure, and an excellent challenge coming from that 3-frame kick. Fastest button in the game. And we're going to wall break, and Soul is an absolute menace already.
That's right. He has Leo White Fang down to just 5% life. TomTom needs to get back, but a nice throw will start things off in his favor into Brunhilde, and here comes the mix. Nice gold burst there. We'll get Soul Bad Guy out of the corner, but now CG locked in again. He'll have to burst one more time, and now he's at a meter, but as damage could come out, and it looks like CG looking to take round two, but it's not over just yet.
Yeah, gotta get clipped by that gunflame. TomTom, I like the idea, holding on to your burst for this third round, and might be able to find a little something. Counter hit coming in twice, and that is exactly why we hold on to the burst in these situations. Gonna find a little bit of the pressure here, goes into the stance and hits the overhead. Not quite the pickup though that they needed, but you know what? The poke able to work, and we're gonna get the wall break.
Ooh, Leo! Right there off the red burst here, gets that extra damage right into command throw, and now right into Brunhilde's stance as he's going right in again. CG on the block button, just too afraid after that massive mix-up non-stop aggression. Has no choice but
love that command grab so much. This man
awesome.
whole scoops
whole stance is awesome.
and then puts you in the dirt.
Right. And it's just like once we saw from Sonic Fox this past week, he won a tournament with Leo. Just the mix-up potential of Leo is absolutely insane. Despite people saying Soul Bad Guy is probably what top one, top two,
right? Arguably anywhere.
Right. But still, one of the top characters. Leo, however, having a great mix-up potential. Let's see how CG reverses this up as he's locked in once again. It's a big mix here. TomTom carrying CG all the way from right to left part of the screen. And now it's CG coming right back with Soul.
Yeah, Fafnir's being thrown out left and right now. Great punish on the cross-up. You can throw that out every single time if you are looking for it. And the 50-50 coming from Soul, which is, am I going to far slash more than once? Happening over and over. RC pop, no burst right now. And this should be a dead character into the Tyrant Rave. Round going over to CG.
What a great job there by CGJ. He was really struggling a little bit, it looked like, in that first set, but now this first round here to start off set number 2 is going to go over to CG to start it off. Let's see how TomTom can rebuttal. What do you think is so far from the Leo play as he eats a big damage here by CG?
I think TomTom is doing a really, really good job. Could be utilizing a little bit more of the projectile game. Right. Leo having one of the strongest projectiles in the game, and it is definitely showing with how quickly CG got in there and did 99% of the life. Run up, far slash, the Soul Bad Guy classic, and the game is going to go over to CG, tying it up 1-1.
Yeah, that looks perfect right there, and CG with the perfect rebuttal set. These best of threes, they do go fast here in Guilty Gear Strive. Once again, welcome back to Wednesday Night Fights as we start set number 3. TomTom looking to rebuttal, but CG looking to keep his aggression as he whiffs a grab there. Nice break though, save that blue burst. Leo coming on in for the mix here, right into Hilda, and great blocks there by CG, but he'll finally eat a combo, sticking him in the right corner of the screen.
Yeah, throwing out the DP right there. Leo pressure is so hard to deal with. When you are going into that cross-up, it's plus on block. When you're going into the overhead, it's plus. Every single aspect of this character is about keeping you in as much pressure as possible. You can chain his H's into his S's and his S's back into his H's, and you have to pick a time to challenge. If you pick the wrong time, exactly what just happened to CG happens to you. You go down like a sack of bricks.
Right, and also out of Hilda's stance, like you said, the overhead, it's great. It's so evasive. It steps back. It jumps lows. It looks like in a certain regard. It just stops so many different things. And right now, we're seeing if CG can get his aggression up, as he does have TomTom locked in the right-hand corner. Nice DP. Good read there. And CG's getting some life here. TomTom eating a light. He'll have to burst out.
Yeah, that's the exact kind of challenges I'm talking about CG DPing at those right moments. Finding the good aspects of it, and a dust coming in, being blocked, and that is going to be damage coming over, but not quite the best confirmed possible.
It's like no matter how much CG is aggressing here on Soul, he'll finally wrap it up there. Just one more hit. And it will be a grab actually from TomTom. Blue burst, but it's a grab coming through. TomTom getting CG in the corner. He won't pick it up.
Look, this is Guilty Gear. If we don't wake up throw, what are we doing, all right?
Hey, you read it perfectly. Well done, as it's now down to the final round here in set number 3. And it's CG who takes the first 50% life. He's got Leo locked out of the corner. TomTom has got to find a way out, Jake.
Oh, a great poke coming in, getting the counter hit. The blue RC to be able to block the cross-up right there, but the DP is going to stop the challenge from going anywhere. And Soul is just going to run right up like a Guilty Gear player twice and throw him. I love it.
Yeah, this is just great action so far. No doubt about it. I mean, look at this great blue burst here. CG, big whiff, projectile on the screen. Nice air dash over. And both players will reset back to normal here. It's anyone's game now. Anyone's hit. Leo coming on in. TomTom, he will get hit though. And that's going to do it. Red burst into the 5-hit combo. And CG is going to wind up taking losers round 1, despite being down to start that set.
Bro, you can't be a Soul bad guy. He's the main character. All right. He's going to run up. He's going to hit that button. He's going to be plus. And you're going to have to guess whether or not he's going to do it again. And if you guess at the wrong moment, you take 80%. It's as simple as that. That's the character.
TomTom played great. You know, he had so many offensive opportunities to get things going and connected on most of them. It was that last set, though, I noticed that CG really picked his defense up, was not falling for as many as the mix-ups, was staying out of the corner, and wound up connecting. I mean, took 60% in the first 5 seconds of that round number 3 in that set number 3, and that's never a good one. Never a good look if you're on the other side of that.
Knowing how to punish Leo's mix-ups is the most important part of that matchup. Knowing that you can throw people out of the cross-up, knowing that you can DP the overhead, knowing you can just sit back and kind of let the pressure of the lows wash over you, and the overhead is semi-reactable. It's super fast, all right? It's not something you're going to react to every time. But if you are looking for it, it is something that you can deal with. Knowing all of that is exactly why CG was able to clutch that out in the end.
Well, the beautiful stuff as we started out, losers round 1 right there. And coming up next is our next match. And why don't we talk a little bit about that moving forward?
Yeah, our next match is going to be Sean, who is Elm Ramothal, one of the 2 only challengers to Soul for the top slot in the game right now in the general consensus. Having massive buttons that don't have hurt boxes, really, really, really high damage, able to wall break off anything. And just one of the best reversal supers in the game. It's 7 frames, it's incredibly damaging, and just ends up messing people up. And then there's Potemkin. And we already talked about Potemkin, but it's basically if he hits you, it's over. Gets in on you, you die.
We've seen it. We've already seen that there in the second set. So much damage potential, as anyone who's been following this game knows, the big boy Potemkin brings to the match. However, we have not seen Valentine yet. And this is a character that is, like you said, extremely damaging. Long-range pokes all over the place, can hold her ground, and is just such a strong character as well. So let's see how this plays out as we are back in losers round 1. Q going against Sean.
Yeah, it is. Ram almost breaks the rules of the game, where a lot of characters can't really. It's the same way Soul breaks the rules, where a lot of characters can't get damage off their far slash in this game. But Ram is the kind of character where it's like, oh, I hit my far slash, cool, GG's got him, explode the wall, do tons of it. But right now, Q is doing a fantastic job of keeping Ram at bay, already down to about 10% life. Wow, good pickup.
Yeah, and right there, I mean, maybe those long-range hurt boxes, as we see the air throw there into the explosion, right into the scene transition. But maybe those big hurt boxes are going to play towards Potemkin's favor here because he's able to actually capitalize them. But right here, we're seeing Valentine get some of that aggression as he's locked Potemkin in the corner. He'll have to burst out, and he's going to go right into his super, put it on the screen.
Yeah, I really like the choice of putting the reflector out right now. You are so low on life that just even the fact that Potemkin can get in is incredibly scary, and it paid off in that round.
Right. That is just such a gangster super for a grappler character to walk in for free. That is a really good attempt, but so far it's actually a great job by Valentine, who has done 20% life. But just like that, as we were talking, Potemkin has already taken 60% of his own.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about that reversal is not only is it a get-in tool, it's also strike invulnerable. So if they hit a button on you while you're waking up, you can throw that out and explode them for 40%. Potemkin has some really good tools in this game, and is just going to throw that out again. And a good block, though, coming in, and there's the reversal super I was talking about. Fastest gun in the West.
Ooh, right over the top of the head. Down, boy. For big boy damage, too. Great reaction there by Valentine Ramothal, who has gotten a lot of damage. And I just love watching this character player. She has a very cool character.
As an Axel player, I can't stand this character. As a fighting game player, I love her. I think she's super cool. She likes puppies and hamburgers. What aren't there to like about her?
Nothing at all. But here comes once again on the screen. It is going to be a purple reversal. They try to go through each other, but they'll trade. Potemkin getting a little bit more damage, but he has less life. Here comes the big combo now. It's in the back corner is Valentine. Valentine trying to get out of the right side of the screen. She'll jump up into the air, try to get some buttons on, but both these players stay at neutral. Valentine dash and grab, and this could connect.
Yeah, I just want to talk about that purple RC that Ram did during that super coming from Potemkin. Like I said, that super is strike invul. She had thrown out a button, and that actually saved her life. So that was really, really good reaction coming over here from Sean, immediately running out under and being able to get a little bit more pressure put. But the hammer fall will connect, and now Ram is on life support. But Todd isn't looking too healthy either.
But I thought, nice hit there by Potemkin is going to wind up going here and getting that round for Q. But I thought Ramothal was going to, and Valentine and Sean here were going to wind up getting that hit confirm. I believe it was off of the command normal 2, but it didn't come through. She went with the high sword, and Potemkin happened to be stuck. Did not connect, or it was late confirmed, but did not connect. It was kind of weird.
We run it up full screen, using the OTG to start getting the corner pressure set up. It is so hard for Potemkin to find their way out. Heavy slash after heavy slash coming in hot here. And the counter hit will make her pop the burst, but we are going to break the wall off that long hit. This is Ram's specialty. Super to get the hard knockdown on the wall break. We are going to be plus 37, and Ram is already going to start applying this pressure. Once again, baits the burst, but no punish.
Yeah, Potemkin trying to get out of there. Does do a good job at blocking. Super there. Here he goes. Puts it on the screen. He's going to get one offensive attempt here, but a great job by Valentine and Sean to defuse that situation there and reset it back to neutral as Valentine will wind up taking the next round right there to start off round set number 2.
Yeah, I really like what Sean's doing here. Sean is doing a very good job of knowing when Q is looking for things, when Q isn't, and that is going to be a huge counter hit. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. Sean is waiting for these moments where he's like, all right, Sean is respecting me. I'm going to run up and grab him. Or Sean's going to try to throw something out here. I'm going to throw my sword at them and then break the wall and do a million damage.
Well, that's the thing. Valentine is checking from half screen every time, Jake. And it's leading to those run-up throws. I mean, you got to be really aggressive and confident in yourself to go with those run-up throws like that. But so far, it's paid off well for Sean here.
Yeah, and it's making Q incredibly impatient right now. He's been hit by this reversal super a couple of times, but he's not going to fall for the full screen run-up throw once again. And now Q is on match point.
Yeah, great grab, though. Impressive stuff here by Q, who, like you said, on match point now. They'll start off this round number 3 in set 2. Valentine and Sean locked on the left side of the screen here. She's going to come on in here with command normal 2 and 3. Try to get on in. There's the grab once again. Ooh, nice long range damage here, but a quick hammer punch will come back for Potemkin, get him back in the middle.
Yeah, we're real Guilty Gear players in this house. If they're near me, I'm going to be mashing throw. And Sean is absolutely showing why that works. Get them off of you. Get that Potemkin out of there. Jump-ins do have a little bit of landing lag in this game as of the last beta. And that reversal is showing exactly why you need to be paying attention to Ram's meter, or she is going to have access to that, and she will explode you for seconds.
Ram is playing fantastic right here. This is going to be a big boy damage off the red burst. Won't be enough, though, but it's going to come in. Nice jump, double jump here, coming up to the ground, and the run-up throw.
Yep, really good OTG. Sean capitalizing on that moment and is going to tie it up 1-1. Q, you are not going to get away with this one.
See, what do we need to see here, Jake? Because Q at the moment is just eating so many run-up and grabs. What's going to be the counterplay here for him to focus on in this set?
Right now, Q really needs to start changing up the approach of when they're going in. Because right now, Ram is alternating between hyper-aggression and hyper-passive play. We're seeing exactly like how they're backing up right there, and every single time Pot gets into that mid-range, it's not paying off for them. So they are going to have to throw out slide heads a little bit smarter, or maybe a hammer fall a little bit smarter, but they are going to have to do something, because these jump-ins just are not working for them. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Keep doing Mega Fist. That's working for you. All right, just do it. Why not?
So far, hey, Potemkin does have the life lead here in this third and final set and loses round 7 here. Locks him in the corner once again. 40% with the counter hit, and that gave Valentine a whole boatload of life here as both these players battle into the middle of the screen, but a hammer fist is going to take a Q now, sitting on match point.
Going to dab right underneath, and this is what I'm talking about. Q finding a little bit more something, throwing out the slide heads back to back, and now has found their way in, but you have to establish the threat of the low before you're going for these command grabs. That's why you're not hitting into these pot busters. Everybody already knows you're going to do 80% if you hit them with a pot buster and then RC, all right? Nobody's expecting you to do 1 million damage if you hit them low RC and then explode them for 200.
Which winds up becoming the proper mix-up here, but right now it's in the corner. A nice grab once again has worked so well for Sean Potemkin. Right side of the screen, he's gonna get that transition burst, and he'll go over. He's now sitting on 40%. Hammer punch comes through for him. But Sean still left side of the screen now as he's locked in, and Potemkin and Q gonna have an opportunity here to win this one big purple burst. Yeah, and a big block there by Q.
Yeah, it's so difficult to punish that super, especially because it's safe if you air block it. It will push you back full screen, and then Pot is exactly where it is. Throwing them out a hammer fall, really good awareness, punishing the burst, but not quite able to convert, and the Mega Fist will connect and take the round. Over to Q, taking the game, who will move on.
Wow, I mean, what a match there. We saw Q, who was down. It looked like he was back there in the first set, and then he comes back 2 straight, just plays amazing defense, winds up finding his own pace, controlling the pace, and winds up taking 2 away from Sean there.
Yeah, it's exactly the kind of pace change that Q needed to do to win that kind of set. Because Pot is all about knowing the tempo, much like it's all about y'all knowing about the Matcherino, !Matcherino in the chat. Use the code WNF2021_23 GGSD for a free 50 cents. You don't got to put in your credit card information. You don't got to put in nothing, all right? It just throws the money in. It's right there. Make sure to help out. We're at $119, guys. We're 10 cents away from 120, all right? Y'all can throw in a little bit more. Make it up. Well, now we're at 120.40. Perfect.
120.40, beautiful stuff. But absolutely right. It is 100% free to throw in that promo code, as you just saw us do it right there on the screen, to add that 50 cents to the pot. It goes directly to the players and only helps the growth and contribution of the series. If you're enjoying yourself at home, make sure to hit that follow button on the Twitch channel as well.
Yeah, it is exactly what you can do to tune in to Weds Night Fights every week. You can watch Guilty Gear Top 8 here. You can watch Guilty Gear Pools. And in the future, I believe there will be Top 8s over on the Guilty Gear stream. Twitch.tv/IamNotASandwich. I'm Not a Sandwich, one run by my boy Ruben, who has been holding down the Guilty Gear community for the longest time. He runs Plus R tournaments on Tuesdays, and he's going to be running Strive on Wednesdays. So make sure to go and support him as well. But we're getting right back into some Guilty Gear here. Toki versus CG, losers round 7. And Soul is going to have to find their way in underneath the onslaught that is Toki.
That's right, and Axel just such a problem, but bang, Soul here, Soul Bad Guy, excuse me, no slouch either, as he'll wind up connecting with that big boy damage. And now Axel in the corner. Here comes Soul, who's just connecting with so much. And here comes the Ultra right in the corner into the stage transition. Oh my God.
Yeah, Yeah, hard knockdown coming off the wall break, gonna jump in and immediately throw, and that is what happens if you get in on Axel. Axel only has one reversal option, and it is metered, so it's very, very hard for this character to deal with pressure once they are on top of it. So Soul just runs underneath everything and gets in.
Yep. Go ahead, yeah, go underneath, right. And so Axel reminds me so much of Leo, but just the long-range version. Aggressive monster, but just doesn't have a ton of defensive abilities. And then you have Leo, who's the offensive in the close range. But so far, it has been all CG as, once again, Toki down. Nice blue burst. CG coming on in, just staying plus on the buttons. And this is going to be another blue burst in reverse here. Toki finding and trying to do anything to get some damage here, and he'll find just a bit.
Oh, such a good blue RC drip downwards to be able to go up and punish with the far slash there. CG is doing an excellent job of knowing when they're able to run in, and Toki is just getting smothered by this character. Purple RC to keep the pressure into jab is going to win game one over for CG.
Yeah, that was beautiful stuff. I mean, and when you look at these two characters, who do you think has it here just on the tier list? Just Soul here?
It's Soul bad guy, bro.
Soul bad.
It's Soul bad guy.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Look, if you go into mission mode for this game, it'll teach you a lot of cool mechanics and cool ideas about the game. It'll always put you on a character that's good at those things. And for 90% of the missions, you play a Soul bad guy.
Yeah, it's true.
His character,
it's true. As one of the best normal DPs, the best normal DP in the game. Such amazing recovery, as we're seeing once again, bad guy doing some damage here, but actually it's Toki who's finding a little bit of rhythm of his own, and just like that, will find his first round here. And beautiful stuff here for Toki.
Soul has an incredibly fast DP. It is a 7 frame on his SDP, and it's just, his character does it all. If you play Soul bad guy, you will not have a bad time. Axel is an incredibly difficult character, but Toki is one of the people to be watching, so I definitely think he is able to overcome, but CG is finding their way in consistently right now.
Yeah, but CG, though, does wind up connecting a grab, as it is Toki in the left side of the screen. He will get opened up there, and it's going to be a burst here on Toki's side, as he's looking to fight his way out of the left side of the screen, but actually doing a great job in the corner, staying alive and still putting some damage.
You were minus, and you did TK Bomber? Toki, you're a man.
He's going for it. He's going for it. He's running out of options here, as he's getting locked down by bad guy. Good jump. Could be it. Oh, nice hit.
Oh, good burst coming from CG to keep Toki in the corner there. Throws out the dust, but doesn't fully charge it. One more hit is going to take it down, and they will get it. Toki taking game 2 and tying it up.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there. We are now in the losers' quarters, folks, as it is a 1-1 apiece. Once we get into the top 3, it will be 3-5. But for right now, we'll stick to the 2 out of 3 situation, 1-1, and it will come down to this third set, as both of these matches have been super hyper aggressive for the winner that has won that one. We'll get a connection to the loss here, and we'll find out what goes on there.
I love watching Toki play Axel more than most people love just watching Guilty Gear, because Toki's flipping around, he's throwing out buttons, he's looping you with Ransen, he keeps applying the pressure, he will throw it out, he'll purple RC, and he'll hit you with the command grab. I love everything about it. All right, because that's Toki. That's what he does. He's the San Diego Axel god.
His pace is unmatched, and also, I'm just such a big preacher of being comfortable on a character.
Oh yeah.
I've always been someone that's very focused on learning one character, learning all the matchups in and out, and then if you want to move on, you move on. But you see that comfort. You see that comfort on Toki is the reason why I brought that up, because he was in the corner, and rarely do you ever want to be in the corner. But he was in the corner against bad guy and not jumping out. I'll repeat that. He was not jumping out because he was so comfortable at that situation, and he actually did the damage, like you said, off the purple burst that got him going right into command throw, and he took that second set coming out of the corner against bad guy. That is ridiculous.
Hey guys, real quick. So I hit. So there's a bug, a rematch bug, that happens sometimes where going into the next match, you'll get caught and it'll say connection lost and you'll get kicked out as a spectator. So unfortunately, we will, I guess it looks like Toki won.
Woo! Let's go, Toki!
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So we had that. Unfortunately, we got the word there. We had the spectator glitch there. We were unable to see that third match, but Toki did advance. So we unfortunately would love to see that match, but it was Toki that moved on.
It's how it goes. All right. Arc System Works has made a game with some great netcode. I can play with people in the UK. I can play with people on the East Coast. But the monkey's paw curled a little bit, and that means that the lobbies are going to disconnect sometimes. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in online tournaments. It's how it goes.
Still working itself out here in the first opening weeks. Definitely patch needed to fix some of the issues. But, hey, at least we're able to compete. At least we're able to get some of these high-quality, high-level matches on the screen. Thank you all so much for tuning in and viewing at home. And thank you all for tuning in with us here as we are moving through this tournament.
Yeah, it is so powerful and wonderful that we have so many character specialists coming in, like somebody like you were talking about, comfortability on the character like with Toki, or somebody like Fu who's waiting in winners finals right now to just be able to run those matches. Looking at other players such as Sun Goki, who is really putting their time and effort into Giovanna and understanding it. And we're going to be watching that right now and seeing exactly how they are able to deal with this Potemkin here after fighting Fu's Potemkin and seeing if they learned anything from that set and will be able to apply it here.
You know, sometimes that past traditional experience does help, but then sometimes it also hurts because it's the same character with two different paces and play styles. But like you said, it can definitely pay off as well. So we'll see how that plays off. So far, though, Giovanna getting knocked away there by the red burst, but she comes right back in and winds up connecting here, 20% off the 10.
Yeah, it is definitely showing right now, and it's seeming like Goki is very much aware of what Q wants to do right now, after especially being in the mode of, I just fought Potemkin, I just lost to Potemkin, and that'll do something to you, but unfortunately, it is going to lead to them getting pot-bustered and losing round one. Forget everything I just said. All right, you got grabbed. It happened.
Q right there winds up taking round one. Sun Goki, though, I really respect it. I respect it. Staying on the character does wind up getting thrown. Ooh, that's going to hurt here, 40% in just a couple seconds here for Sun Goki left. But nice anti-air, though, as he started to get some aggression. Nice job there. Goes right into the mix, and he's right back at it. I'm loving the aggression and the pace here by Sun Goki once it gets going. Wow, another hit.
Yeah, excellent RC into the 50-50, hitting them low there, and this means that the pressure will continue, but a good challenge comes out from Q. Knowing when to challenge these buttons from Giovanna is critical in the matchup, but the throw, that is why I kept saying that super is strike immune, because it's definitely not throw immune.
Right, and Giovanna recognized that, went right through. Great recognition here for Sun Goki, as we're once again still in the loser's quarters now. Nice hit, though, as Q is trying to find his own. Good burst, gold burst in return, but a great guard. But, oh, man, Sun Goki not letting up as he is staying relentless, and that is going to do it. What a throw.
Oh, that's going to add a little bit of damage to the mental stack. Getting pot-bustered at 1 HP, that's rough. Unfortunately.
Negative life into the carryover into the next round.
Oh, please no, never give pot.
Never
get Potemkin players don't deserve anything. All right, don't give them anything.
Don't give them any ideas. 1-0 here on the set count. Loses quarters, and Sun Goki has got to find his way in. He's been getting some damage, but it's almost like Q has been letting him get the damage to then trade off with a throw. So far, it's been all good and happy here for Q, who's getting the best of these fights so far.
I mean, that's just how it goes. The Podbuster comes through, and Q takes that decisively. That's the power of Potemkin. You trade off mobility for the fact that you can take a lot more hits than a lot of other characters. Theoretically, you have the highest health pool in the game as Potemkin. Technically, if Giovanna has 100 meters, she has the highest health in the game due to how the defense meter works.
Right.
But Pot consistently is able to take a lot more hits than other characters.
And not to mention, if he gets you in a throw, he takes 45%. Right? You know, that too. But and look at it. I mean, look at this. Oh, Jesus. Big boy damage. Q is playing at a different level right now as he is just one round away. Oh, that was a set, actually.
That was game. That was Q
fast.
Blowing you up with 2 pot busters, and then in round 2 switching over to the strike game, because everybody's looking out for the pot buster. Everybody's afraid of the pot buster. Everybody's like, oh man, I'm gonna get exploded. I'm gonna take that. I better hold up. But people don't realize that if you get hit by Potemkin's close slash, you are also going to take 80%. That is what he does. He is a strike throw character. When he gets in on you, it is almost impossible to stay alive if you don't guess right.
Screwed if you do, screwed if you don't is the name of that one right there. I mean, just big boy damage. Got to keep Potemkin at bay. But Q, when we see him there, that was such a convincing win. Much different than what we saw here. We saw him struggle there in the last set, wind up losing. But in this set, in the losers now, like you said, it was almost that wake up because he just looked remarkable in that last set.
Oh, it's just how it goes right now. I believe we are moving on to our next match after that. A very, very good showing from Goki. I love a lot of the tech they were putting in and showing off a lot of Giovanna's game plan. Lots of good dashes into throws, lots of good mix-ups on the left-right.
Right.
But Potemkin's Potemkin, man. It's
He's
if he gets
he's
you,
tough.
he got you. It's how it goes.
We'll see
but
another
speaking
one.
of Potemkin, it is now time for the notorious 9-1 matchup in Axel's favor. We are going to have some Axel versus Potemkin here.
All right, let's see how this plays out. Matchup we've seen a little bit on the day so far as kind of a similar, a lot of similar characters, especially here in this particular top 8. A lot of similar characters, but that's just the way it goes. Early meta here for the early GG Strive. First event here at Wednesday Night Fights episode 21.
To me, it makes a lot of sense that we're seeing a lot of these more unique characters because there are a lot of character specialists coming from Plus R or from Exerd that are really now just like pushing their character forward in this game itself. And like Fu is a long-time Potemkin. We know this. Fu is now showing exactly how dominant you can be if you've been playing this character for years. Toki's been playing Axel for years. I'm not sure how long Kyle's been playing, but definitely shows a lot of proficiency on the character. So when you're specializing like this, it's really, really good at the beginning before people have really figured out a lot of counter. Not to discredit their ability to learn the character and show it off, but just showing how quickly you can get it up if you are focusing just on that character.
But that also, in fairness, is the natural progression of almost every fighting game as we're seeing a big boy grab here coming out from Fu. This is the winner's final match. Kyle Dannon going against Fu here. Kyle locked on the right-hand side, but earlier, nice command throw. But early in games, especially fighting games, there is an early meta that dictates, and it does wind up being formed by the community. Nice 8-hit into the wall splat. Does not wind up getting the transition, though.
No, you let him tech off the wall. No. And great flicks coming out from Fu right now, trying to find their way in on this Axel, very low on health. A good challenge comes through, and Kyle will tie it up there because even if you're close up, he still might have a little something left in the tank to get you off.
Well, so far, this is looking spectacular here. So much damage by Fu, though, to start out round number 3 in the first set. This is the winner's finals, right into that purple break, and he's going to get another low transition, 2 hits at a time, and right there, this is so hard to get out of if you're Kyle Dannon.
Yeah, ooh, great reaction command throw. That was an unfortunate purple RC earlier, but Fu doesn't let it get him down, keeps the pressure up, runs his game plan, and Potemkin is going to win game 1 in the quote-unquote unwinnable matchup.
There you go. I mean, Potemkin has played it. Fu played it so masterful. There's no reason, and you can see exactly why this man is representing the winner's final side of the bracket here in this one. And Kyle Dannon, we can't count him out yet. He's in the fight as well, but so far it has looked like the fight has been very uphill as Fu has gotten the better of him.
Yeah, these command grabs and Rensons just are not doing anything for Kyle right now. Fu very much has the number and is getting counter hit after counter with these Mega Fists. It is just going to show if you are aware of what this character can do and you know this is your character's worst matchup, you will learn how to fight them. And
you have to.
It's how it goes. It's just literally the way that you have to if you want to play such a specific character like Potemkin, and you Mega Fist your way over that and get the hit and take another round, and you're on match point for grand finals.
Fu is getting
this is 3-5.
This is 3-5, right? Winners finals, but Fu is getting so much damage here from his jumping fist, and it's just destruction right now. The Mega Fist is just connecting again, once again, 2-in-1 combo into the air throw off the wall splat. Jesus. Oh, Potemkin's a monster.
This is the power of being a grappler that knows how to get in. And Fu has been able to get in on every single player in the bracket that they have fought so far. That is why they have made it here. And it is showing off when they are able to take it up 2-0 over Kyle. Kyle is going to have to 3-0 sweep back if they are going to want to make it into this brand. But Fu is so dominant right now with their patience and their ability to wait for the right moment to go in and punish.
Yeah, and they're going to have to reset the lobby here. Lobby set on 2 wins for the sake of the tournament, but they'll have to pick up that third set. So we'll see that here. We'll set that up real quick. But yeah, I mean, what did you like here? What do you see anything from Kyle? Was there any light at the end of the tunnel here that can get him back into this one? I know he was able to take that first round. However, we didn't see much after that, as it was all Fu on Potemkin moving forward after that first round.
So what I like from Kyle here is Kyle's doing a really good job of making every single hit that they do get matter. All right, popping in the RCs at the right moments and expanding so they get Fu pushed all the way to the corner with the Renson explosion. And then forcing Fu to have to try to come back in. I don't know why Kyle keeps doing these command throws, though. Not a single one has worked. It's not working, Kyle. Stop it. All right, you have to establish other layers if you want that command grab.
And that's the problem, because now Fu is just reading it directly. He's not even showing him any more respect. He's double jumping his way in with Potemkin, not caring at all. Knows the Mega Fist is going to connect at some point, and right there, once he gets this opportunity in, now this is where you're in trouble, as we're seeing Kyle push on the right side of the screen, trying to get out though. Nice break, and he's finally getting some damage, but he's working hard for it.
Yeah, every single one of these command grabs has been punished. Kyle, stop, please.
It's not working for him so far.
It's not working right now, and that is allowing Fu free reign to be able to find their way back in, hitting the slide head point blank, and reads the super. Good punish. I mean, no, good avoidance of the super right there coming from Fu. It's like Kyle can't do anything because Fu's in his head right now.
Yeah, he's having a hard time. Fu's easily blocking every single offense that Kyle throws at him. Kyle is having such a hard time finding any sort of damage. He is keeping Fu at bay. It's almost like Fu is just waiting for his opportunity. But here we go. Kyle starting to get a little bit of aggression. Go towards him. Comes in with the Mega Fist as Fu. Purple break here from Kyle. Kyle still on the right side of your screen. Nice dodge. Oh, still gets hit. Oh my God.
Oh, Fu just bet it all right there. Because if Kyle blocked that, that move is minus 21.
Wow, massive. Jesus Christ, but just like that, Fu is now smelling blood in the water. Kyle has got to get out of this corner. Fu has already taken away 70% of Kyle Zannon's life. And just like that, Fu is not going anywhere. This is going to hurt, if not do it. And that's it.
Yeah, after that kind of momentum swing where Kyle was looking to have found their niche, found that mid-range, but they get the hit with the super there, Kyle's doing a really good job of zoning out with a lot of JS and a lot of instant snail. That big sweeping special move that he keeps doing over and over to be able to clip Potemkin every time he tries to find their way in. And it's really, really good for rhythm-wise because you can throw out one hit or you can throw out two and maybe frame trap your opponent.
We know Fu is looking for that Mega Fist. He has tried to hit it so often. There comes the get-in, though. Great job by Kyle trying to keep him at bay. What a transition off the purple burst into the air throw. And just like that, Fu proving why he is no slouch and has just won the winners finals bracket with a 3-0 easy defeat over Kyle Zannone.
Yeah, a big sweep here. From what I've heard, these two players do play each other a lot. There's a lot of player matchup going on. Sure. Very, very familiar with each other's tendencies. And it seems that Fu, using that awareness, using that knowledge, and using their character specialty, is able to really push it forward and understand exactly what they had to do there for that clean 3-0 sweep. Like, incredibly solid Potemkin play is so hard to come by, and Fu is showing us every single time that they will do it.
Yeah, Fu did not miss anything there. Like you were calling out, going for these insane plays that were just insanely risky. However, he was in total confidence that they were going to work, and therefore they did. Ask and you shall receive.
Look, sometimes you got to uppercut the heavens. That's it. Sometimes you got to uppercut the heavens. And look, I might lose the game, but if it works, it's sick. And that's fighting.
Yeah. Hey, that is. And when you're up 2.5 rounds to 0, 2.5 sets to 0, you can throw that out, and sometimes it's not going to work out because you get to throw it out.
Yeah. You have 3 more games to play with no matter what. You're fine.
That's right.
But we are going to move on to our next set, which is the exact same matchup. We are going to see Toki versus Q. And we're going to see the exact same proficiency coming from both of these players, seeing if Q is going to be able to deal with Toki's full screen pressure, but without maybe the player matchup knowledge, but the pot buster is going to come through and get a ton of damage over on Toki.
Yeah, very important also to note out, Toki in the purple outfit, but so is Potemkin. And that is very neat here. However, Toki, no slouch, as we're seeing exactly why he is such a great actual player. He wanted to get the uppercut there. Nice damage once again. It's first set here in the loser semi, And just like that, Toki has such a great actual play. Q is at bay here in this first round.
Yeah, Toki's doing a fantastic job. Q isn't able to really find anything. Lots of full Ransend pressure coming through, not picking the right moments, and a good punish on the slide head is going to come from Toki to win that first round.
Yeah, beautiful stuff here to start things off as we are here. And this is Guilty Gear Strive. We are finally here. What a great game And just this tournament tonight has been so much fun to watch, man. It's been great hanging out with you, Jake, as we are seeing Toki just absolutely masterful right now, doing so much damage. He's trying to get this second round.
Watching Toki get punishes and full screen safe jumps with JS gives me so much serotonin, and a fantastic reversal swooper is gonna win game one for Toki, trying to find their way into this top 3 and maybe get the run back over on Kyle like they just lost to in the winner's side.
Yeah, and you know, when you take a look here at Q's Potemkin, just so amazing. It's very different than Fu's. Nice grab there for Q. But he's also now in the loser semis, and these players are trying to battle back into that losers finals to make their way back to versus Fu in the grand.
Yeah. Tons of really, really good Ranson pressure, making Q afraid to jump. That's the conditioning I was talking that was lacking in the last set. And it comes through right here, and knowing that button is minus will punish out the burst. Q getting a little antsy against this player right now, and an excellent 6P is going to stop any sort of forward air momentum coming from Potemkin. Toki just seems to have the number of Q right now.
Yeah, he's playing fantastic. Nice hits there. Toki staying very calm, does exchange and trades for life in his favor. Just one more hit now. Toki right side of your screen, into the air. There goes the PRC, but nothing just yet. And Toki, with the patience, will wind up connecting on the full screen flash to take round number 1 here in set number 2.
That's the beauty of Axel 2S trades, is that, okay, you got hit, but on counter hit, that move has so much hit stun that you can get counter hit, stand back up, go make yourself a cup of tea, and then convert it. That's the beauty of willing to be able to throw it out. It's just how it works.
And right now, I mean, look at Toki is just a different level of Axel. His comfort level going against Potemkin is just so obvious. Even though Q is different than Fu, there's no doubt about it. Still, Toki has had such great patience and is playing off perfectly as he's in the corner, but this is Q's opportunity. Big boy damage. Doesn't get red.
Yeah, block comes through from Q right here, knows the punish. Good RC and a block on the burst.
Wow.
That's really, really rough for Toki, who is still on match point, but Q is not going to go down without a fight right now. Definitely showing that they are not afraid to be able to just run up and be a little patient and wait for that super.
Yeah, what a great play here. Toki, though, as Q winds up finding round number 2, he's going to come in. And just like that, Toki has already taken 50+% off of Q, and he has not gotten in yet. We were not seeing the same type of Axel play last set with Kyle.
That was the best red RC I've seen in a hot minute. So he hit the move, triggered the armor on Hammerfall. Hammerfall has a hit of armor, and then he popped RC and drifted back to get away, but also the RC pop broke the armor and set up Toki to be able to win out that game, moving him on to top 3 where he will fight Kyle Davin.
Absolutely fantastic. Toki, what a showing. What did you like there out of that set? I mean, it was pretty dominant, no question about it, but, you know, better question is this. What do you like over what we saw from Kyle? Very same character, but much different outcomes in the same matchup.
I'm a Toki fan, all right? I'm a Toki is my boy, all right? I'm biased, all right? And I just love how aggressive Toki is willing to be. Toki will air dash in and start just trying to mix with Axel on a moment's notice, which is definitely not what you should be doing with that character. And Toki himself, you can go watch him on twitch.tv/TokiSD. And you will watch him, he'll go in and he'll be like, damn, shouldn't have got in, and he'll explode for it. But when he's able to pull it off, that's exactly what I like to see. That's why I love watching Toki's Axel.
But don't forget, you know, Kyle, he was in the winner's side, so he'll still be down in the loser's side. No slouch there to get to that winner's side of the bracket, so we'll still see more of him. So we have 2 Axels left. We have a Potemkin. We have, what else we have? 2 Axels, Potemkin, and one more.
That's it. No, we're in top 3
Potemkin, right? Oh, that's it. Top 3. Okay, right.
Here
we go. Axel Mirror, baby.
I told you Toki was going to make the run back and fight Kyle, all right? I told you this, and I'm super excited for it. So let's see what sort of adjustments Toki's been able to make and learn from that first set that they played, and they both immediately air dash in and start scrapping. So
absolutely. And we saw something like this to start the tournament also. Didn't we see the same mirror to start the event?
These are the same players, same mirror, same everything.
Oh, man. Will it be Axel in the purple or Axel in the green? Right now, Kyle, though, in the green is getting locked out. Stage transition. He'll get knocked back, and it's Toki in control of this first round.
Yeah, Toki is looking definitely a lot more comfortable in this matchup than the last time, but like we saw the last time these two fought, Kyle took a little bit longer to get going, a little bit longer to get started, and Toki wasn't really able to keep up with the adaptation coming from Kyle. So Toki being dominant at the start of the set might not really show exactly where the set is headed.
Yeah, this is just such amazing action here. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. It's an Axel mirror, baby. And this is exactly what we needed. But so far, it has been the better of Toki. He is in the purple. Kyle getting locked on the left side of the screen here, doing anything to try to get out. It seems like Toki is just so good in the corner, but even great on the aggression. Kyle's got to find his pace here.
Yeah, Toki is waiting for these moments and really not going for anything too crazy right there. Baits out the super. Toki very much has Kyle's number, but he misspaces the punish and will end up getting hit for it.
Yeah, hurting so much though, and actually great job there by Kyle as he winds up getting a lot of damage. Fighting out of the back corner here. This is still anyone's game. Good purple burst. One hit though for Kyle, and it's still one hit. Ooh, nice range. Just like that, Toki gonna find the hit. Nice
One
jump.
that meaty from Kyle led to an entire situation where Toki was able to clutch out that game, win game one, and now we're gonna have to move forward onto the set and see if Kyle will make those adjustments that we saw the last time that these two fought. But Toki is looking so comfortable and so strong right now, just playing out this longer range game than we saw before. I know I was talking about how Toki loves to go in and Toki loves to start mixing, and the moment I say that, Toki goes in and immediately gets hit.
But this is why we got to see. We got to see Kyle. How does Kyle get out of this situation? He hasn't seemed to really find his mix just yet. He's been kind of playing out of the corner every round, not just in this one, but also in the last set. How does he find his way out here, Jake?
It's definitely not with these command grabs that Kyle is throwing out right now, because the command grabs have not been really paying off this set the same way that they weren't paying off in the Fu set. But Kyle is going to a much more Ransun focused, much more airborne focused game, and I think that's definitely paying off for them. But we are in the full screen blender, and Toki is going to take the first round of game two there. But Kyle, I think, has the right idea and is moving over to a place where it's really going to give Toki some trouble.
Yeah, well, this first round, though, does go over to Toki in this second set. This will be a first to three action, best of five here in the top three, as we are here for Wednesday Night Fights online edition. And right now it's in the corner, and Kyle just getting it the perfect ideal feel.
It is. I love Axel. I love him so much. I love watching you punish a burst and then immediately hit slash into TK Bomber. That's hype to me. And it is definitely showing what kind of momentum hitting moves like that can show, because Toki is showing so much aggression, running up full screen, running up, baiting the burst, hitting over and over. This is looking so strong, and Toki is going to be dominant as heck. That game right there. Toki looking destructive.
Wait, Toki won the last two, no?
I believe so. I could be wrong. Maybe we hallucinate.
We're getting a 1-1 here. No, okay, they fixed it. 2-0. Okay. Right
Toki's
here,
on match
Kyle has got to find out. This is the first bit of life we've seen from Kyle yet. He's got Toki down to 50% life. He is down one set, and now Kyle finding some aggression as Toki in the purple pants, is trapped on the right-hand side now in the purple.
Yeah, such a good poke coming with the 5P there. Immediately going back into that full screen pressure. Not overcommitting with the Rancid, and Purple RCing, keep it safe. Overhead's coming through and hits the command grab after jailing them to the ground. Goes for the double gimmick, and a good Purple RC to stop them from dying. Kyle is very much fighting for their life right now and doing an excellent job, but will get hit, and Toki will move on to grand finals against Fu.
All right, so we're going to have Toki versus Fu here in the grand final. Shout out to Kyle Dannon. Unfortunately, his tournament life will end there. Congratulations on third place, brother. 122 here in the Matcherino, guys. Don't forget, there is still time. If you have not done so yet, !Matcherino in the chat, and use the promo code Wednesday Night Fights is right there on the screen to contribute 50 cents to the pot, 100% free.
Yep. All the money goes to our competitors, all going to be paid out to them. Make sure to support them. Get people to keep coming back to the tournament. Get people to keep competing. And get people to play some good-ass Guilty Gear. Because that's what we're all here for, all right?
That's it.
That's what we're all here for.
This is my first Guilty Gear Strive tournament. Still learning the game, you know, coming over from the DOA scene, but it has been such a blast once again, Jake. Thank you so much for your knowledge. You have made casting so easy today as we are getting ready for this grand finals. Appreciate you, man. It's been a blast.
Of course, Paulie. You have been bringing the energy, bringing the hype, and bringing it down, and you are doing what you need to do. That's why they call you Paulie Hype, man.
That's it. There's only one.
You come in here with a whiteboard and be like, I'm Paulie Hype, science. Like...
Well, we have the grand finals coming up next. This will be a first of 3. And so far, I mean, let's talk about this a little bit. We've seen so much now of Toki. We've seen Fu. Fu has looked unstoppable on the Potemkin. What does Toki need to do? How does he switch up the pace here to get in and win this set?
This is the WNF Classic right here. All right, this is Toki versus Fu. All right, this is Potemkin versus Axel. These two have duked it out more times in more games than anybody has known. And right now, Toki is gonna have to do a really, really good patient job of baiting out Fu's options for getting in. And that is why Toki is just gonna run up full screen and immediately challenge Potemkin to a wrestling match. And it is working out for him right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Get in this man's head off the rip. Potemkin just looking great so far. Has eaten a lot of damage, as it's actually Toki looking great. He is coming out of loser's side, so remember, he is going to have to win 2, 3 out of 5 if he wants to take home this one here from Fu. But he's doing a great job here in this first round. Oh, here comes Big Boy, though.
Oh, ooh, great slide head coming through right there, but actually drops the meaty. Fu is on last hit right now, tries to go for the overhead, but isn't spaced out quite enough. And this is what I was talking about earlier with how Toki is willing to play aggressive and really change up the pace of the match. And Fu is having a really hard time of keeping up with how fast Toki is moving in and out and challenging all these hits. And a great counter hit on the slide head is going to show exactly how fast Toki is playing this.
Oh, this is so fantastic. And you know, the pace from Kyle Dannon, who Fu fought in the winner's final, is so different here with Toki. And you can see it's giving Fu a little bit of an issue here. Toki is just so comfortable on this character, on Axel Low, and it just shows so obvious. Uh-oh, here comes the damage, though.
Oh,
Great
no.
shake, but it was weighted out, and just like that, it's an in for Potemkin, but Fu gonna get knocked away here by Toki.
Yeah, really unfortunate drop there on the bomber. Low health coming on both sides. The flick will lead to full screen pressure. I believe this is going to get blocked, but no punish. Didn't jump in time to get over the second hit, and that means that Potemkin is going to have to try to find their way in. Good bait from Toki, and Toki is going to do such a good job of not really telegraphing when these special moves are going to come out so Fu can use them against him.
Yeah, and right now, Toki going to get that first set, and man, Toki is just playing at a different pace right now. He's just so in control. You love watching it. You love seeing it. Fu has no idea how to get in right now. He's eating everything.
I love the decision-making from Toki here, because Toki, what we saw in the Kyle Dannon set over in Winners Finals was Kyle using a ton of special moves, right? Kyle was using a ton of Ransen, a ton of Snail, a ton of Van Grab, everything back and forth over and over, and it did not work out for him at all. Toki is playing a much more normal, focused game, willing to just throw out JS over and over, punish these slide heads, punish the whips, and not let these flicks allow Fu to get in over and over.
Well, so far, Fu having such a hard time getting in as we are now here on the second set, second round. This first round going over to Toki, and he's going to get another command throw. Right now, Potemkin is just locked. He doesn't know where to go. Every time Fu's getting a knockdown, the perfect answer is rebutted by Toki, who's now pushing into the middle of the screen. 73 seconds left on this one, and Potemkin is down to 20% life.
There's the mental stack. He's conditioned Fu into respecting these hits, but he finds his way in. If there was a difference between Kyle and Toki, I would say that the difference is Kyle is more of a full screen expert, right? Kyle is willing to stay full screen, throw out the command grabs, throw out the Ransen over and over. Toki is all about that mid-range. Toki's about staying right in the middle where you think you can get in and bait you into the point where you're going to get hit, and it's showing time and time again where Toki is now up 2-0 and 1 game away from resetting this bracket.
1 game away from resetting. Thank you all so much for tuning into the grand finals. Paulie Hype alongside Kuba for the chat. Chat's actually been asking for you, Kuba. They asked if you're playing today.
Oh, I did not enter because I was commentating this week, so no, but the double is gonna come through right there. Oh, and that is going to lead to so much damage. Fu is definitely not going down without a fight right now.
Beautiful stuff. And Fu, yeah, this is what we saw coming into the winners finals. This aggressive Fu winds up coming out and getting that first round here in set number 3. Beautiful stuff by Fu. Remember, he is coming out of the winners finals, so he will have to reset the bracket. Toki will. And so far, it has been great. But like you said, Toki has had such a great job playing at the mid-range. But what does Fu need to do? He's been struggling getting in here, Jake. How does he get in and take this set back to try to rebuttal here and close it out in this set?
Well, that's the really hard thing about this matchup is that at some points, if with how Toki's playing this really high-paced in-and-out peekaboo style, Fu is going to have to gamble his life sometimes. It's going to happen. And the gambles, unfortunately, just aren't paying off.
Wow.
Because this is the classic. This is it. This is the zoner stopping this character from coming in. The multi-hitting on Ranzin stops Hammerfall from being able to get all the way in. The command grab stops you from respecting too much. And he's too slow to be able to really run under all of these normals. So it's really, Fu's got to guess. Fu has to guess at certain points, and it is very, very hard to guess right enough times. But if he does get in on that one good guess, then he should be able to explode Toki for most of his life.
But so far, that has not been the case. Potemkin locked on the left side here. Good burst, though. It's once again Toki getting the better of the situation. And just like that, we have a bracket reset. Let's go. Hype in the chat. We are going to the final set here of the reset. But Jesus Christ, Jake. Kuba, whatever you want to be called. Okay? No, I was just messing around. But seriously, that was wild. That was wild beyond belief because the domination of Fu was absolutely gone in that last set. It looked like Toki was on autopilot.
It's the classic. Like I said, this is a notoriously bad matchup. It's not quite as bad as it was in other Guilty Gears due to the fact that Axel lost his meterless reversal and Potemkin has a little bit of an easier time, but the wall break does kind of work in Axel's favor, so I'd say it's closer to 8-2 than the old 9-1, but it's still definitely not good for Potemkin. Potemkin has to make some good guesses, has to find their way in, and round star right here, Toki has pushed him full screen and has already gotten him to half-life with himself a command grab setup.
Off the crouch, fierce right there, into the command throw, back-to-back setup. Lovely right now. Toki is just in total domination as Potemkin and Fu are pushed once again to the left side of your screen. 78 seconds left on this one, and it has been all Axel low in this set so far. Toki is playing out of this world.
Toki is showing exactly why this is so hard for Pot. If you're playing in that dead zone, in the upper right-hand corner or mid-right-hand corner of the screen, when Pot is on the left side, it is almost impossible. He has to keep throwing out slide heads to try to catch. Finally finds it, but doesn't get the hammer fall all the way in. And that is very, very unfortunate when they are able to burst out and get you off of it.
Fu has got to find his pace, Jake. He's got to get in somehow. I know the matchup is brutally against him. However, we saw him absolutely demolish Kyle in the winner's brackets. We need to see something here. Toki playing much better. He just has his number every single second. But Fu, if he's patient enough, can get in.
Yeah, it's the alternating between the long range and the short range. And that was a fantastic bait there on the throw, running up and immediately doing rainwater to put himself airborne and pushes Fu back full screen. Wow. These guesses are just not paying off for Fu right now.
Wow.
In all realistic sense, if you play Potemkin, this is the reason you need a second character. This is why you need somebody else to play instead of just trying to brute force their way through Axel. Sure, Fu is a character specialist and he would never switch off Potemkin, but that means you're committing to this incredibly hard life of dealing with this pressure and dealing with the ability for Axel to just run in and out of the mid-range and long range and make it so hard. But really, really good awareness on the Ranson explosion to be able to flick it back and find the little bit of distance back in.
You know, the one thing I'm just loving watching Toki play is just, this guy is a spacing expert. He is absolutely on the cusp frame of every single move he throws. He never loses his patience. He doesn't worry when Potemkin's in his face. Look at this comboing 5-6 hits now in a row, and Potemkin just locked in the corner. It's about to be 5 straight sets in a row. Potentially after this one, it's been 4 so far. So here comes a big grab though by Fu, and he'll just get poked out there with command normal 3.
Yeah, I love that challenging with the 5K there, because Toki, while might have been in dead from a potbuster range, knew that Fu is going to get kicked once means that it's over. And sometimes you gotta risk it like that. Sometimes you gotta gamble. And in this matchup, Toki already has advantage, and he's already super far ahead. He has a game on the board. He's reset the bracket. He's got all the momentum he needs. So it's willing to take risks right now. And it's definitely paying off for Toki in these matches.
Right. No doubt about it. All right, here we go. Some stabbing now for Fu. Let's see. It gets stopped, though, right away. Toki putting it right back here into the neutral game. Nice crouching fierce, though, just connecting, putting both those damage on the screen back and forth. Wow. I mean, right now, Fu just has no idea where to go. He got his opportunity, but just like that, Toki pushes him right back out, and now Fu's trying to find his way back in for a second time.
Toki is doing such a good job of baiting, but Fu finally finds their way in. Punishes, but this might be a whiff punish on the attack there.
Ooh, what a break! That was genius!
They both purple RC'd because they were about to punish each other. I love that, and that was such good awareness from Fu and Toki, but Toki throwing out one wrong button, leading to Fu to be able to get a round on the board here.
All right, first round now of the set. I can't believe we're saying that. Now we got to throw. Is this going to be the momentum that wakes Fu up? It could be.
Oh, PRC drift into Potbuster, the Potemkin Beta 1 classic that we have seen so many times before, is going to tie it up in this grand finals reset. Fu is looking a lot more alive and making small adjustments and making the right guesses to be able to find their way in. Toki is going to have to really tighten up even further on this mid-range spacing game if they're going to want to win this out as clean as they did the first set.
We've got to see Fu get back in. He's starting now. He's building. I can feel the energy in the arena ramping up here, and this is exactly what Fu needed. He fought so hard to make it through winner's bracket, but he's been stuffed right now by Toki. But so far, he's finally got his first set on the board, and he's looking to capitalize here in the next one.
Oh, good spacing here, knowing that the hammer is hit, but there it goes through. An excellent burst is going to stop Toki from exploding. Runs up full screen to throw, goes into the rainwater to build some space, and Toki is back into living in that mid-range spacing, maybe a little bit farther back, and a good PRC to keep him safe. Fu is showing so much aggression right now.
I love it.
Working so well compared to how it was these last couple games.
No question about it. He's starting to find himself now. It's still Toki, though, who's got him locked in the corner now. It's going to be a burst. That's a bit of damage here. It's still just one hit here. Oh! Oh, no!
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God! Okay, one hit now for either player. It's going to be the coming on with Fu. He's going to read it just a little bit and winds up connecting. Fu is saying, I'm here for a reason, as he takes the next round.
That's Mega Fist. All right. Mega Fist recovers so quickly. That 5P is so good. You can link it into the arm knuckle. It is just... Fu is doing everything that I said that they needed to. They're making the right guesses, and they're finding their way in. But Toki is showing that, okay, I can make those adjustments, and I can be even more aggressive than I was. And
so
it is definitely looking very good, but a good slide head is going to find their way in. Good blue RC to get off.
Yeah, blue RC there is exactly what needed. See Toki making that adjustment now, using the blue RC, trying to get in here. Oh, purple! All right, nothing just yet here. Getting really excited here. Fu's starting to just play so much more aggressive. It's so much fun to watch. And here he is! He's not done just yet!
God.
He's connecting with big ones! Jesus, it's Fu! It's Fu! Blue burst, though. It's still anyone's game here. That's gonna be doing it, Kenneth! Here comes the pressure. One mix-up.
Oh, the dust! The mental stack was too high. The mental stack was too high. There's too many things to think about.
Oh, my God! And just like that, it's 2-1, and now Fu is in the lead. Toki trying to find something here, but he can't find anything just yet. The momentum is in Fu's favor. He's starting to read Toki. Toki has got to change things up here.
Oh, it is doing so well. Good jump in to punish the hammerfall right there. Baits the grab, baits the burst, and Toki is showing that they're not going to go down 3-1, but the
again!
Say otherwise.
Oh my God! Time throw. Fu coming in here. Fu doing 50% there with that one. He is up a set now, and it's Axel and Toki who are trying to find just some way to mix things up now. But so far, Fu has changed things up in his favor, and he's played fantastic. But it's still anyone's game. Purple RC coming out back and forth here.
Yeah, the flick will come out and allow Fu that full screen presence. One good hit on Toki will end this whole thing, but he reads the flick, and that is going to lead to a round back over to Toki. One more to tie it up. And if you want to tie it up even further and give Toki your energy, make sure to use that exclamation point match Reno. Make sure that these players get paid for the hype that they deserve that they are giving you in this match.
That's right, Fu though coming on in. Toki starting to get the better of Fu once again. Fu was finding his way in with Potemkin, but just like that, Toki looking to take the second stuff with ease, and now Toki starting to jump fierce, punish that low, long-range projectile of Potemkin.
This is showing off exactly how Toki knows the character. DRC drift into Potbuster. Ha, GG's got him. Working once again. I like that yellow RC. Build the space. One more hit should take out Fu. And we are going to game 5 of the reset.
All right, so the reset, it is now time for the final set of this here tournament. Will it be Fu or will it be Toki? Wind up dropping it in the chat who you're voting for to win this one. And it's anyone's game. Potemkin versus Axel. Here it is. This could be the opening set here. Fu getting his bit of damage to start things off. Welcome to Guilty Gear Strive, everybody.
Oh, good jump out on the throw. Throw Fu back into the corner. And look, we all knew it was going to Game 5 reset. It wouldn't be Wednesday Night Fights unless it went to Game 5 reset. Because that's what we do in every game for some reason, all the time. And nobody ever gets to go to bed on time. That's just how it works.
But so far right now, actually both these players down to 25%. There goes a big neutral air. We'll knock Axel out of the air. Here comes a super now. Axel trying to get something going. Good block. Ooh, the connection. This could do it. 10% left here for Axel.
That time stop super is so specific. It's been nerfed and nerfed time again already, and the game came out a week ago. So I love that Toki's willing to use it, but it might not be the best use of meter right now. Blue RC, tons of damage coming through, hits the low. Both of these players on a pixel.
Oh my God, it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game, and it's Axel connects. It's Toki by a frame once again, fighting out of the back of the corner. Toki showed that many times so far, how comfortable, how cool, calm, and collected he is. And now it's anyone's game. However, Fu is fighting against match point. Here he is. Got to find a way, and Toki's playing destructive.
Come on. Okay, look, my bias is on my sleeve now. Come on, Toki. Don't let a pot win the first WNF. All right, you're on tournament point. Make it happen.
You've got to find a way right now. Fu is sitting down at 30% life. Tournament point. He needs to find some way in. Heart possibly shaking. Axel playing, but there's his entry. And here comes the super. And this is going to be a punish. Boom. And now, he dropped it.
Oh, such an unfortunate combo. Coming in, but the hammer fall into the RC. Dust gets blocked. Good punish coming from Toki. And Toki's going to go right back to that mid-range. Challenging Fu on his own turf a little bit more close up. But the slide head is going
knocked down. It's still anyone's game. Red burst in the corner here. Nice poke, Toki. Oh, Toki is going to connect with a standing neutral. And your winner of Wednesday Night Fights 2021 Online Edition for the first ever Guilty Gear Strive tournament. Let's give a round of applause for Toki as well as Fu, man. Great grand final match, but Toki is the victor.
I love watching Toki play so much. Fu is an amazing player and really, really, really pushed it to the edge of that match. That matchup is 8-2, 9-1 in Axel's favor, and Fu took it to game 5 in the reset, got as much data as he could, but Toki's built different. Toki brought it back. Toki was able to make it work and ends up being our first Guilty Gear Strive WNF champion.
Man, I am so happy that Guilty Gear has come out. That being the first tournament, even for an online tournament, Jake, that was wild. Like you said, for Fu to play like he did, off the way that Toki was playing was just absolutely amazing. Fu tried the best he could. Really great stuff here. Man, I am so excited for the future and history of GG Strive, man. It's been a pleasure to commentate with you tonight.
An absolute pleasure to commentate with you as well. Follow my boy Polyhype at Polyhype on Twitter, as well as other socials. And all my socials are different. So follow me on Twitter, and then you can find it everywhere else. I am not marketing myself well.
No, you did great, honestly. Like I said, it was a pleasure once again. Thank you for Wednesday Night Fights for having us. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that follow button. That's going to do it for us here on Wednesday Night Fights. We'll see you next week for some more Street Fighter and Guilty Gear Strive. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.